Hello, everyone. Kaylee here today to talk to you a little bit about Windows. We're going to cover some basic functionality with Windows, but I'm going to throw in some helpful tips that maybe you didn't know. So let's get started. I have got a couple walls here, and I'm going to go over to my wall component tab, and I'm just going to select on Window. If you have a CAD plan attached to your CET drawing, you can snap these windows to actual window locations on your CAD plan. But in order to place, I'm just going to click and drag. You can also type how long you want that window length to be. But I'm just going to place it here. And you can adjust the properties of the height and width and elevation um, in your properties box, or you can come in here in your 3D and you can actually move your window maybe down to the floor and stretch it. We can make it a little bit larger. If you didn't know, you can also place windows on curved walls. So I have a curved wall here, and I'm just going to place it and drag it along this wall. I have noticed that if your curved wall gets a little long, it doesn't stretch too far, but this one, I think, oh, we can get all the way. Good, there we go. And again, I can come in here and I can move my window down. Let's stretch it all the way to the top. Pretty sweet. Slick. I like that. I'm going to put one more window in here and then we'll talk about some other features. So I'm just going to click my window in, and if you have multiple windows that are of equal size, you don't necessarily need to put multiple windows in your space. All you need to do is we're just going to like stretch it again to make it full size here. We're going to click on the more properties in your properties box. And with this dialog box, we can start to add our vertical bars. So right here, sort of in the center of this properties, we can add evenly spaced mullions into our window. So then you don't have to draw multiple windows into your space. So that's pretty slick. Um, Another thing to mention about windows is we have this little gray triangle that comes with all of our windows. That indicates what direction the light is coming. So if you have sunlight you've added into your drawing, that will denote that it's coming from that direction into your space. If you need to flip it, we can just click on our window and we can flip that direction of the way that the sunlight comes. Um, I'm going to show you how to turn that if you know in your plans you don't want that window to print. I'm going to show you how to turn that off. But before I do that, I'm going to go to my 3D tab, and on your 3D tab there is this button. It looks like a little glowing orb. This is the window light. And so you can click that and snap it to that little gray triangle to actually add a little bit of window light to your space. We're going to click on more properties. And I told you I was going to turn that direction off. You can just unclick this box that says window show direction. And when you unclick that, it won't show that gray triangle. So when you are creating your install drawings and you want that to go away, you can turn that off there. So another thing we can do with windows is we can add some accessories like window blinds. So I'm just going to click on the Venetian blinds and click here, and you have some adjustment that you can do with those blinds just by grabbing the toggle and stretching. I'm also going to add a curtain to my window over here, and if you don't like the default curtain that they have, you can sort of change it a little bit. We can move it all the way down. Um, and we can go into our Material Explorer and we can add some fabric options. So if you have sort of a COM, we could even have a different color balance, and you could have different colors underneath here. We could make it look however we want it to look there. So that's some options with the curtains. And when you do render, it'll actually render that shadow of the mini blinds or the curtains when you when you finish your rendering. Thanks for watching, and I hope these tips help you to add some beautiful windows to your space. As always, have fun creating.